Everything should be alright. I'm just gonna wait and see if YouTube actually catches up to the stream. Any moment now, probably. There we go. Alright. I'm back for the weekly stream, and this week I'll be playing the Italian Albatros. In other words, the Tech 3 ship of the next event vehicle. Sure thing, Nord. But yeah, I'll be playing the Albatros. The other plan I had was to play the Scharnhorst, but I'm still a little ways away from it. That'll probably be for next week. Yeah, Albatros. We are getting a Italian event ship starting next Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. The Alcione, which by the looks of it is just another one of these. Sitting at 4.0, 276s, has a complex damage model for as far as I know, but I can't actually check because coastal vessels don't have that button. Yeah, let's see what it's like. Also, somebody else asked if I could invite him, but he's currently in a battle. So we'll just jump straight into it. Ooh, I must also note that my Albatros is currently stock. I have not played a single battle in it. So let's see just how badly it goes. And off to a great start with this atrocity of a map. I don't have the depth charges yet, that's why it says load. I guess the plan of action is just go to the central island and try and contest B. Let's see what happens. I got a good forward spawn at least, but still spawning 6 kilometers away from an iron army. Not the best one. And of course he's shooting me. And there goes my first clip. Doing some damage, but that's also thanks to my squad mate, really. Two Kiwis on the enemy team as well. Luckily just in a coastal vessel. For the time being I'll just shoot the front of his ship. Let's see what happens. And already down to 27% crew. $17. And there goes a detonation in the magazine. Please get a control FP. Still afloat somehow, and we're whittling away at the Iron Army. I really don't want to repair because I'm in so low crew. And there I go. I'm still off. Nah, there I go. Not enough crew members anymore. But the Iron Army should be sinking as well. And there goes my first spawn. But hopefully I get the actual credit. Oh, that was a Shara. Are they in a... Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. First match in the Albatros. Stock Albatros facing 2 tournament players. That is a very great start. How is he still afloat? There he goes. Also just going to put the sand down a little bit more, I think. Could also just be me though. That's the key being a 204. These are kind of out of my comfortable range for an HE only ship. Maybe I should have shot at a 204 when I was locked onto it. There's a G-class. Let's start shooting at some of these Clemsons and see what happens. The German Albatros is a completely different ship, which is very annoying when they have comparable names. But I'll see if I can show you the German Albatros after this match. Yeah, actually I should be on the radar, shouldn't I? These boats are good anti-air guns, but it's kind of a shame that they can only fire on the rear arc of the ship. Oh look, another Iron Army. Jeez. If only I was playing this map and actually had cover to play around, but no. There goes one of my guns, less than ideal. Him getting rammed by a teammate is kind of ideal. On fire, and let's cancel the repairs because my turret is back. And we should be safe for now. So let's forget about the Iron Army for the time being and maybe see if we can do anything against a Clemson at close range.
Air 320, 1500 meters.
I'm really not a fan of those belts for these guns. Okay. I think it was the original Iron Army's torpedo. And it seems my internet is not having a great day today either. I need to reload these guns. And that's the fun part about not having front-facing anti-air. I'm still afloat, both guns knocked out, one of the flooding sectors I can repair and I have to repair. I need to crawl to a halt. God damn it. Flooding seems to stabilize. So let's start repairing. Because I need those guns back ASAP.
Ripristinare l'integrità della tenuta stagna. Controllo dei danni alle postazioni. Timone, a mezza
There go the guns, I can cancel the rest of the repair. And all of those shells were low, sadly. The Iron Army hasn't moved up yet, not in my view range at least. And we should be sinking that AI Clemson fairly soon. At least these stock shells are good at dealing with the Clemsons. But I still really don't like those belts. There goes a torpedo detonation. Alright, flip. We have all the caps, so there's no reason for me to push up further than this. Enemy on C, that might be the Iron Army, so I have to be very careful. Let's just dump this clip into the Frunze. And miss all of those shells. Let's see what's over at C. That is a Grafton. Yeah, there's a Grafton. Yeah, collision warning. I'm very well aware, I'm getting shot in the flank, that might be something else. Yeah, it still does. It's still a frigate spawn. Oh, I'm on fire, I should be dealing with the fire first, and I'm already in not enough crew. What is it that's been shooting me? I'm at 1 all the way over there. Yeah. And now to play a ship with the exact same battle rating. Impetuoso. Let's see how badly this will go for me. I think he either ate a bomb or a torpedo. I'm just gonna try and deal with... This is a Shara, isn't it? Yeah, it's a Shara. And being so low in the water is making it a bit difficult for me. There he goes. Then the SKR next. We aim for the rear turret, but if we take engines, that's more than fine. I'm straddling that rear turret like crazy, come on. Damn it. Was actually on B. Where that guy is. Let's swap to the radar again, and there is an air target up.
Taglio individuato. Cambio carabinieri.
We no longer have the advantage.
And we just keep shooting this Carl Lamson. The aircraft is getting closer, but the tickets are running out. It must have been a shower in the A6M3. Put my gunners to air targets only, because I don't really care if the MZ1 survives. Do I not have HEVT on this ship equipped? Apparently I don't, and let's fix that right away. Yeah, I can't fix it yet. And there goes another Japanese 4-0.
The enemy is winning.
Riparare le parti. Iniziare il controllo del danno.
And they're on C as well. And game over. Oh well. First match in the Albatros. Actually not that bad, but that's mostly because I had the chance to shoot at 3.3 AI bots. I haven't actually used that mortar system on Impetuous for anything. I think it's like an 800 maximum range. But first and foremost, we need to remember to take VT shells. Actually, I can do that in the hangar. That's sail, and I do this to VT, and that should be fine now. So yeah, Albatros. That also already says enough. Surprisingly fragile, but I don't know where the crew compartment is. I assume there's a big one under the bridge. But compared to this, so this is a 4.0 ship. It has absolutely no SAP. It has HE and a better HE and an HEVT. And it has a destroyer spawn, as you've noticed, whilst the German Albatros, also in the coastal tree, Buzzard is the same thing, but the Albatros is 3.7, has different guns, with SAP shells. Actually, no, it doesn't. I could have sworn it has SAP shells as well. Never mind. So it also has HE only, but it gets the best shell stock. Or it has the shell equivalent to the better shell on the Italian Albatros. It also has VT. It gets torpedoes, although they are kind of crap. But this thing gets a coastal spawn, but does also have the coastal damage model. But it is also significantly faster. And it has the eventual possibility of anti-ship missiles. But yeah. Back to the Italian Albatros. And let's see if Sky is available. Still in a naval battle, so let's just queue up again. Also, if the stream is stuttering or there's like seconds being skipped, it seems weird. I'm sorry about that, but it seems my internet connection is not having a good time at the moment. So apologies in advance. The fact that these two ships are the same BR baffles me. What I mean with coastal damage model, let me show you. So, how do I show this? You know what, I'll show it with the MC490. If I go to armor, if I go to protection analysis, and I shoot a shell at it, let's actually take a blue water shell, let's take a, not an 8-inch gun, let's take a 120, let's take AP. You see how the hull segment turns orange. That's because in coastal vessels, their crew is like in a hull segment, as I like to call it. So if I shoot around the whole way of the ship, so that's crew loss. That's should be crew loss as well, but no well. But yeah, the hull actually carries the crew, whilst with blue water damage models like the Albatros has, if I go to protection analysis, if I again take something with the punch, sure, let's take the 203, I think, is the crew compartment there. Yeah, you see that? This box inside of the ship that turns red, that is the blue water damage model. It has internal crew compartments as opposed to coastal having whole segments that contain crew. So the German Albatros has the whole segment or the coastal damage model, whereas Albatros has the blue water damage model, as do most frigates. If not all of them, now that I think of it. And I hope you managed to catch any of that, as my OBS is telling that I'm dropping quite a few frames, but it will. Arguably, but the Gabbiano does have a coastal spawn at least. SKR has a blue water damage model. The SKR most certainly has a blue water damage model. Okay, actually not that bad of a map to get for Albatros, because we get a spawn point close to the battle. But I'll be going south to B, because that'll be less attention. Actually, let me check, do I have the VT equipped now? I do. Perfect.
Ai posti di combattimento. Motori a massima velocità. Timone, virare tutto a tribordo. Tutto a tribordo.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I can't do anything about that.
Timone a tribordo.
Sì, signore, virare a tribordo. Caccia torpediniere. 140, 11.000 metri.
Posti di combattimento. Nemico avvistato. Timone a babordo.
And that is about the last thing I want to face in this thing. Because the American destroyers have shrapnel protection. And, well, anti-frag armor. And high explosive does nothing to anti-frag. So that summoner's behaving very strangely, not using his main gun turrets. No clue. I have no clue whenever a Swedish Navy would be introduced. Especially Swedish coastal. What on earth is this summoner doing? That is the weirdest summoner player I've ever noticed. I don't understand what on earth was going on there. Might have been AFK, really.
Bersaglio individuato. Caccia torpediniere.
That is an enemy coastal, but it should be dealt with, I think. Although it doesn't harm for the RP to shoot it myself. Yikes. Very. You shouldn't. It is incredible. It is not fun trying to grind the high RP costs when facing destroyers. But eventually you'll get through it. Let's hope.
Controllo dei danni alle postazioni.
The one good thing, at least, about these very expensive coastal vessels is that they do actually have the RP modifiers to kind of back it up. But it is still not a pleasant grind. Some of them are, though. Some of them are definitely worth it. But even then... Okay, an Alwyn. I did not notice my belts were empty. That's a bit awkward. There goes a ready wreck on the front. Shoot the engines next. I don't even know. You don't even really have to take coastals as a capital, though. You kind of do, you kind of don't. I've never really used coastal cappers in any of my blue water lineups. Okay, another one. Shoot the engines. And that's a fire on my turrets. I could have done without that, to be honest. I do not like seeing my bovers rotate to fight an aircraft. Not at this point. Come on, there we go. Kill assist. And luckily, he might have a GPT already, and there goes one of my turrets again to, I think, the French GD. But we just shoot back. Okay, I assume that was a torpedo detonation. Wasn't actually paying attention there. This thing does seem to be doing quite alright in close range, especially against these unarmored destroyers. I'm not quite sure what has lost me a good 60% of my crew, though. Is my radar out? There it is. There goes another one of my turrets.
Riparare le parti! Iniziare il controllo dei danni!
We're damaging his engines at least, but we really need to get a move on and get out of his range of fire. I think we should be safe now, but we're on a really low crew. We're not going to survive any more gunfights.
Controllo dei danni per riparare
And he's moving forward to get... Actually, that's a different ship.
controllo dei danni per
It is definitely a very odd... Also, that is not the first ship reward. I think that tells you enough about the mediocrity of the first ship reward for the event cycle that people have already forgotten we've had one. But no, this is not the first event ship since the new cycle. The first one was Baden, the German dreadnought. And there I go. And didn't get the cap. But yeah, the Alcione is definitely a weird ship to pick for an event, because I'm having a good few first two matches in this thing, but it's really not that specialist ship. It's not that good either.
Just keep it up,
And
victory will be ours.
some of my members on my Discord server had a bit of an argument with Commander Tyrrell about the fact that if it's a good ship or not. And an argument is that it gives you a top tier coastal. It gives you like a taste of what those kind of ships are. But I'm still of the opinion the Albatros is not really a good taste of what top tier coastals are. I mean, it is a very good example of the kind of limited ships you have, like what their limitations are compared to destroyers of the same battle ratings. But I don't think it's going to be a fun ship for people to get as their first top tier coastal. Also, especially since it doesn't seem to be anything special compared to this thing. I don't think the Alcione has any special armament. I don't know if it's faster or not. By all looks of it, it just seems to be the same.
bersaglio individuato. Caccia torpediniere.
Which I do think this is a cool looking boat. But if it's a good one is a completely different question. Which we're gonna try and find the answer to this stream.
Timone a mezza nave. Bersaglio individuato. Caccia torpediniere.
Should be in range of the dog convoy. I'm kind of curious how much better the second HE shell will be.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be
I don't, well, it's a stock ship, so yeah, definitely can't. Yeah. It's the thing is, the Baden isn't a bad ship. Also, why does he have... There's a fracture, right? Why me? But yeah, no, the Baden isn't a bad ship. It's just not a special one. Just, oh boy, the third Bayern type ship. It is a solid dreadnought. Which I kind of fear the Alcione won't be a solid ship to get as an event ship. Ah, I think I see one of the problems why my stream is a bit laggy. Hold on. There we go. Might help, let's hope. If it doesn't, probably won't really. Okay, why does the Vega have a hard-on for my ship
Controllo dei danni per riparazione
when there are
delle
much closer
parti.
targets?
Vuotare gli scompartimenti allagati. Controllo dei danni e preparazione delle basi. Disciplinare l'integrità del bersaglio.
Stole that Barker right from underneath that Frank Knox, and I'm not gonna complain. No. In realistic battles, going battleship hunting with torpedoes is not that efficient. And I'd rather just use one of the 4th-range battleships for Japan, rather than waste a spawn on the Shimakaze.
Tutto a tribordo. Motori dietro tutta.
Is it gonna torpedo them? Are they going to torpedo that Sumner? Please do. Although the Aquila is in the way of the Fletcher's torpedo, isn't it?
Motori, arresto totale.
And there's a fire in my rear turret.
Alle squadre antincendio. Controllo degli scompartimenti in chiave.
Please put that fire out before it detonates me. Okay. These turrets are back operational and they hold a lot of crew, so let's knock those out again.
Alcione.
And that's a bomb straight to the face as well. And game.
Timone a babordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a babordo.
Nemico distrutto. Rotta verso la base.
I was hoping it was going to be a free upgrade. Okay, Gaijin on the shell unlock, but oh well. Do I have enough G to actually just get it? Very tempting, and I think I will, because why not? Then we'll get... Yeah, we'll get fire. We'll get FPE next. And let's... Don't look at the in-game messages for assists. I've never used them, I've never really looked at them, and I don't think you should either. All that matters, the only thing that matters is the post-battle results. All that matters is this screen. What it says in game, don't even look at it. I think there's actually a way to make it so you can't see it either. I need to look into that. Also, let's see if Sky is available. Nope, still in battle. Also a good excuse to get a new Alano, I guess. Trying to play Albatros. Actually, now that I'm here, what is my actual service record in the Albatros? So I have actually played some more battles in it, okay. Yeah, I know. I am very well aware what kind of torpedoes the Shimakaze has. I just don't see the point in playing a destroyer at 7-0. I'll do more than fine on my Japanese battleships. And it's also not that hard for battleships to kill. They only need to land one salvo and it's dead in the water.
Mettere in sicurezza la nave per salpare. Timone a tribordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a tribordo.
Not really. Shimakaze is one of the better torpedo spammers. 15 torpedoes ready to launch is quite something. I'm surprised I haven't seen a single enemy over here at sea. I'm very surprised. And again, I might have just spawned middle and go to B that way. I always get surprised whenever I get a hit marker, even though it's a friendly hitting me. I keep thinking I'm actually damaged, but nope. I'm fine.
Allerta collisione!
I mean, I've seen plenty of people use Shimakaze in battleship matches, but I just don't really see the point. I understand that I've had my luck with torpedoes, but I don't really care for it.
260, 5000 metri. Posti
I'm
di
not that
combattimento.
die-hard a Shimakaze fan to use it just to torpedo battleships. I'll activate my tow hook. Actually, you have yours on. Let me to hook onto you. We need to gain distance or else the rope will be very short. Almost, almost, and attach. And now will be speed. Hello there, turtle. I did actually take the second. I did take the second shell.
Caccia torpediniere. 240, 5000 metri.
Okay, one leopard up ahead. It really isn't. Like torpedoes at the maximum range of 20 kilometers will take several minutes to reach battleships. Even if they're closer at 7 kilometers, it takes like 6 minutes. Like, I would love if I had a torpedo calculator on hand, but I don't. And I keep forgetting what the actual calculation is to go from kph to meters a second.
Our victory is near.
Nemico colpito.
Arcade is a different question. That's a very different question when it comes to torpedo usage.
Timone a babordo.
Oh god.
Timone a
Let's go a
tribordo.
little bit further before I cut the tail. But I'll cut it now, I think. And use both my guns.
Timone. Tirare tutto a tribordo.
Chewing through the fuel tanks of the Albatros of the thing there is kind of difficult. Of course my shells were low because I was shooting the other target. I need to destroy his torpedoes first and foremost. To make sure I didn't die by those. Please, please, that second launcher. For the love of God, destroy it. Okay. That guy's still alive as well.
Controllo dei danni alle postazioni. Sì, il nemico si inclina. Perde velocità. Colpo diretto. Caccia torpediniere.
And there's another one. I mean, no cruiser is really great without AP, is it, Sky? And there goes my gun again.
Preparare le parti! Iniziare il controllo dei dati!
There goes a ready rack. Always good to see an enemy ship. Getting these guns to shoot alternatingly is quite good though. Because then you have somewhat of a constant rate of fire. Although getting them to alternate on purpose is not easy. Oh boy, a thing I physically cannot kill with only HE. Can't even knock out his turrets with only HE. And I'm so close to death already. Just keep shredding the anti-air. Keep suppressing it. And keep putting pressure on whoever's playing it. Okay. Ah, he's behind cover. Sad. Oh boy, T-22. Okay, dude got sunk. Lovely. Okay, well, my bridge is doing the weird repair thing.
Bersaglio individuato! Cacciatorpediniere!
That is not really where I want to see gearing, but he's also severely damaged, so let's do some more damage to him. Front gun should almost have him.
Motori a massima velocità! Controllo dei danni per riparazione delle parti! Ripristinare
And shoot towards his rear. Maybe, hopefully knock out that rear turret at some point, please. No, why is the turret returning to the neutral position? Or is he just turning around? Shoot the front turrets. Or try to at least, and I get knocked out by an Alwyn. Of HEVT as well. Let's see if we'll take the middle spawn. Yeah, where that guy just... This shouldn't be possible from the middle spawn. But it is, because they removed island cover. Fun stuff. And that's sunk and knocks. Oh look, there's an island in a collision path of my blue water vessel. I hope they would remove it.
Another zone captured, we have the advantage.
This thing is doing surprisingly okay at 4.0. Something I really was not expecting. But I haven't seen the worst of the matchmaker just yet. Let's switch to the radar again. shoot at that Clemson, I guess.
Motori, indietro tutta.
Yeah. Those map changes, devlogs were quite something. The patch notes, rather.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Timone a tribordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a tribordo.
Clemson's behind cover, I can't shoot. I'll try to move towards the sea point, I guess.
Sì, signore. Virare a babordo.
And we'll just slowly sail towards the sea point. Oh. Let's slow down and shoot it at Clemson.
Totale.
It'll be rough. And I'm really annoyed that the internet just does that to me sometimes. Okay. You should just reload it and it should be fine if you just reload the page. I hope.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
Oh well.
Destroy the target!
Bersaglio agganciato.
Aircraft up.
Request that recon.
Timone a babordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a babordo.
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
Somebody attack him.
Milan on A, but I have no way to fight it.
Negative.
He's been captured in the meantime while I'm distracted from my own stream.
Virare
Is it a fighter? It is. Oh no, it isn't. It's an SBD. Okay.
Timone a mezza nave. Sì, signore.
He's being decapped by the enemy.
Bersaglio agganciato e monitorato.
Timone a tribordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a tribordo.
And I think that guy will get shot down by one of these two, right? One of these people, although they're all reserves. Maybe the SM-91 is going to intercept it.
Timone.
There was an attempt.
Mezza nave.
Bersaglio agganciato.
Motori. Arresto totale.
Bofors, there you go. Actually, are those Bofors? They are Bofors, right?
Verso l'agganciamento del bersaglio.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Yeah, they are. Kind of.
Caccia torpediniere. Posto. 220. 4000 metri. Bersaglio localizzato.
More enemy aircraft up. 51.
Timone a babordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a babordo.
The Milan got stunned, but I was looking to a Momi there for a second. I'm kind of curious where it is.
Allerta collisione.
Would love to completely style in the Bofors.
Bersaglio agganciato!
Tutto a tribordo!
Tutto a bordo! Sì, signore!
And by the time I get on the other side of this channel, the match will be over. And I think I might go risk something for this stream and see if it'll leave the
Timone a tribordo!
connection issue.
Signore, virare a tribordo!
Although I really don't like doing it. I'll see if I just press the stop streaming and start streaming button again, it'll help. It'll really switch it off and on again. Usually doesn't, but might be worth a shot. I'm not gonna restart the router now. Because one, I do not live alone, and that'll take way too long.
Taglio individuato!
That, I have actually thought that might also be a problem, just the heat. Because my room is not a cool place. So that might be part of it. But yeah. The other thing that I've had happen as well is that it's rough for for an hour and then it's fine again. I think I'll just have to, well, not I, you'll have to go brave this poor internet connection of mine, sadly. It seems to be behaving itself finally. And there it goes again.
Preparare la nave alla battaglia. Motori a massima velocità. Timone, virare tutto babordo.
Tutto a bordo! Sì, signore!
You know what? I think I'm going to risk it.
Timone a mezza nave!
Although I don't know what it does. You know, I really should experiment a bit more what happens when I actually press the stop streaming button. Because there's one in the YouTube stuff, in the YouTube window to end stream. And there's one in the OBS that says stop streaming. Yep, got shot by the friendly again. I'm kind of curious if it's solve it.
Babordo.
Sì, signore!
Because I know it's really annoying. It annoys me to no end seeing it happen. And I'll have to experiment with how to fix that. Yeah, but I really don't like it because it means if I fuck up, if it's something that I didn't expect it to be, I have to restart everything. And you all have to go to a different stream location, different link, which is incredibly annoying on my end.
Posti di combattimento.
But I'll do that after this battle, because I'm in battle. And yeah, I'll do that after this battle and see what happens. But I think I might. I'm not going to do it during the stream. I'm going to do it like tomorrow somewhere. I'll do a private stream, have some friends over. See if they can see what actually happens when I do it. Because I don't want to use you as guinea pigs to see what happens when I press that button. It'll just be a poorer quality stream tonight, sadly. Is it a Shara again? It is a Shara again.
Attack the enemy.
Yeah, right in front as well. Rear turret doesn't have an angle. If you want to Nord, you can actually detonate it if you can shoot it underneath the super firing turret. At the water line it has a magazine that'll detonate it if you hit it. I don't think my HE has enough punching power to do meaningful damage. To the magazine at least. And I am going to cut this tower up and use the island in front of me as cover. Because I'm already down to 35% crew. Lovely. Oh, that's great as well, isn't it? That thing certainly can't melt me in seconds. There goes his turret at least. And there goes Yanami still shooting me. Please let me stick him in. There we go. Heh. That's second spawn I bet you also. Just to be a bit more competitive in a gun fight. Does Impetuoso have exposed magazines? It does in the rear.
Enemy forces have captured that zone.
Motori tutto a poppa.
For mercy!
Motori, arresto totale.
Attack the enemy!
He's in a unit. Okay then.
Posti di combattimento.
And there's a 204A.
Attack the enemy!
And I'm at a horribly awful angle to actually try and contest A. And I'm getting shot again by Ashara because he knows me. And he knows that I'm a threat. At least I hope that's what he thinks I'm. I don't let people fire when I have a turret to repair.
Controllo dei danni alle squadre antiche. Controllo degli scompartimenti.
Please, I just need to these shells to hit him in the magazine. Actually, the engines now would be really great as well. He's really low crew. At least if the hit cam isn't lying to me. By the way, that Ayanami, the exact same battle rating. Also a 4.0 frigate.
Tutto a babordo.
We no longer have the advantage.
Thank you very much!
There's not a player, that's an AI, okay. Clemson that I don't really need to worry about. That thing I do need to worry about, although it's not a,
Motori
one of them. Okay, that needs... Ah, yeah, okay. I need to keep watch on my radar and maybe deal with this summer first. Although no, I need to deal with the aircraft first.
taglio individuato.
Where's the other aircraft? There it is.
Bersaglio individuato. Bombardiere.
Attack the enemy!
There we go.
The enemy will win.
I always use the ranging shot keybind for anti-aircraft duties, because then I'll just fire the shells in better intervals.
A mezza nave.
There's no point in firing all 4 guns at once if all 4 shells are going to miss. So then it's a lot harder to dodge one AA shell coming at you like every second than it is 4 every 3 seconds.
Allied forces have captured
As weird as that might sound.
Taglio individuato. Marca.
Attack the enemy.
4.000 metri. Caricare munizioni antiaerei. Postazione in preparazione.
Summoner's over there.
Caricare munizioni semi-perforanti.
Attention to the map.
I do kind of need to remember that I'm very low crew, so taking a gunfight with a summoner head-on is not quite the best idea. But oh well. What exactly? There's no point in me just hiding behind a rock, so I might as well take the fight. I preferably win the fight though, but I can't guarantee that at this point. Yeah, there you go. I should be able to trade.
Abbandonare la nave.
I mean, he is sinking, no matter what, but I did get a kill. I guess we'll second spawn Albatros,
A tutto
because we are grinding that.
Abbandonare la nave. Timone a tribordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a tribordo.
Close range Clemson is always a nice target.
Take him down.
Tutto a babordo.
Tutto a babordo. Sì, signore.
There's the Kiwi in his yacht,
Nave da pattuglia. 6-0. 5.000 metri.
Posti
which
di
I
combattimento.
think is also a 4.0 vessel. Those are hitting but not doing an awful lot of damage, are they? Yes, both Ayanamis are indeed 4.0. Luckily enough, one of them has JDS and the other one has IGN in front of it, so you can distinguish them.
Bersaglio individuato. Cacciatorpediniere.
Okay, okay. Good thing I just went out of my gunner scope and started reversing. I am kind of curious what launched a torpedo, and there's a Char again.
Tribordo. Timone. Virare tutto a tribordo.
There are actually more ships that share names, by the way. You have Isuzu the frigate and Isuzu the cruiser in Japan. I think Isuzu the cruiser is 4.7 and the frigate is 3.7. And then you have Köln the frigate and Köln a light cruiser in Germany, which I believe also don't have any way to distinguish between the cruiser and frigate. They're both Köln, but I think they cannot physically be in the same match, although I should actually... No, I think it's a 4-3 and a 5-3, isn't it?
We need to put more pressure on the enemy.
There's the Kiwi again. And I get a distinct feeling that this will be my doom.
Sì, signore. Virare a babordo.
to be doing the smart thing and just going bow in so that my shells cannot just take a pick of whatever I'm shooting at. And what on earth is that? That's the French hunt class. Oh boy. I need to keep Takibi suppressed though, because I do not like him being on my flank. So we keep going further forward until we can no longer shoot him. And we'll deal with a French hunt class whole front.
The enemy has most of the strategic zone.
A bit of a fire chance would be kind of nice. You know, setting fire to those turrets, to that bridge, something like that. And now I need to deal with whatever's in front of me, but now the Ainami is shooting me again, and I'm already dead. Yeah. Lovely. Few seconds, a bit long, let's do 1.5. Yes, for the Isuzu, one would say IGN, the other one would say JDS. Yeah. So we've lost this match. One spawn, one ship spawn, one ship spawn. Amazing. Why would you only spawn once if you only have 3 spawns? You use all 3 spawns, damn it. But oh well. Almost good FP. But it is just pitiful research amount, isn't it? We do indeed need Sky. Where is he? Is he available? He might not be, it is getting quite late. I think he's already gone to sleep. He is indeed offline. Very sad. So we'll just brave 4.0 alone. At least 2 of us. Yeah, I'll get FP, I'll get parts, then VT, and then we need to work on those speed upgrades. Volcanic Islands again, so let's take the middle spawn, probably. Let's take the middle spawn and maybe find around the... Well, either we go into B or we go to A. There's no real fighting around both of them.
Tutti ai posti di combattimento.
Allerta collisione.
Tutto alla
Okay, that is... Oh, what is it? French destroyer again, that French-German one. Where
bersaglio individuale.
is he?
Caccia
Over there, okay.
Bussola 2-0. 8000 metri. Caccia torpediniere. 2-0. 7000 metri.
0 to 4.7, but we have been for quite some time now. And yeah, I'll take a tow. Aviar is actually also 4.0, yeah, now to think of it. Just, I'm gonna wait for you to pull ahead. I don't want to slam holes against each other. And tow.
Timone a babordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a babordo.
I will say it does help a lot when you have somebody able to tow you to the combat zone at the beginning of the match. And let's switch on the radar again. There's not really much point in using that this other window. It's for this lower BR.
Timone a tribordo.
Attack the enemy.
Bersaglio individuato. Marca.
I'm gonna detach the tow rope because I think it's needed.
Individuato. Marca.
Okay, the main gun can actually not shoot that guy. And what's over there? Yeah, Shara Queen is a tournament player as well. What about it, Tyrael? Yeah, I know Tyrael. I fought him before, the Shara and Takibi. I have faced them many times. I have faced them in the big tournaments for Naval, and they're I think part of our nemesis team, so to speak. At least that's how I view it. They're good sports about it, though. Good tournament players.
Bersaglio individuato. Cambio colpediniere.
Really should play in a naval tournament again at some point, but the tournament lineups for Naval are never really that interesting. Or not anymore. It's also something I should make a video about at some point. I keep putting it off. Is naval tournaments, because I've played a fair few. I've enjoyed a fair few. I've won a fair few. So I really should make a video on naval tournaments at some point.
Controllo dei danni per riparazione.
I've got next week off. Like actually off. No real big chores that need to be done. So I'll try and make some videos during next week.
Timone a tribordo.
Sì, signore. Girare a tribordo. Caccia torpediniere. Bussola. Già esterno. 2000 metri.
Somebody attack him.
I definitely would like to make a naval tournament video at least.
Girare tutto a tribordo. Bersaglio individuato.
I don't know if you have any experience with the tournaments yourself, Tyrael, but I'd love to make a video on it. And they are great fun to play if you have some buddies to play it with. Although the metas are currently kind of stale. There used to be a 5 versus 5 coastal tournament that me and my buddies would play, and that was a very fun format. With the meta then being 3 Russian coastals and 2 Japanese coastals, with the type K3 and 7. And that was a bunch of fun. And also, when the anniversary rolls around, you can win really big prizes if you win the naval tournament. It's how I got my Iron Duke, is winning the anniversary naval tournament. Which in hindsight was kind of annoying, because the main prize for that tournament was Yamashiro, the pack for Yamashiro. Which I, of course, bought like 2 weeks before the tournament happened. Of course, not anticipating that we'd win the tournament at all. But it was a bit funny. Having to have spent 70 euros on this battleship pack that I would have then earned 2 weeks later in tournament. Oh well. You could freely exchange the tournament, like, pack reward for any pack of equivalent value. One of my teammates exchanged it for, I think, a 70 euro premium jet instead.
Compartimenti allagati.
Allerta collisione.
Tournaments are fun. People should get into it. It's a really... I'm not gonna say easy, because you have teams that play naval tournaments that just play it for the easy golden eagles, and they of course get curb stomped in the first few rounds because they're not naval players. But it's if you're decent at naval, if you have some friends that are decent at naval, it's a pretty reliable way to earn golden eagles, even if it's a small amount.
Forces have captured a zone.
But it is pretty reliable.
Controllo dei danni alle postazioni.
GZG, exactly. I think one of the battle rewards actually that I've got out of tournaments, I'll show you in the hangar, is you can get boosters that do not expire. And there can be pretty big boosters, there can be smaller ones, but they're boosters that last. Like I have, I think 6 50% RP and Silver Line boosters that last 10 battles each and do not expire. So that is quite a neat reward to get from tournaments as well. Probably should actually use one of those, but no, I'm saving them to grind Scharnhorst with. There's a summoner behind, there's destroyers in front. What on earth do I shoot first? I think I'll shoot the summoner. Yeah, exactly. I think I even have a 200%. I don't know if it's a Salvar RP booster from a tournament laying around. No, I don't longer have this, I used those already. Yeah, I think that'll be a project for me for next week. Make a video on the naval tournaments. That'll be I think a neat video to make. Let's shoot his front turrets again. I'm getting shots from the whole front. Me no likey. What is shooting me? Oh, it's another summoner. Ugh. Okay. What are you and are you not?
Attack the enemy!
Okay, the original summoner I was shooting at sunk. I'm gonna actually not push forward. Just so that you not stop shooting me. And now I'll start... Actually, should I be moving towards A with so many friendlies moving towards it? I mean, it could help the push, I guess.
Controllo dei danni alle postazioni.
And the useful help with repairs. And let's switch that radar on again.
Timone a babordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a babordo.
Allerta collisione.
Oh, ship is right.
Taglio individuale.
I thought it was a friendly summoner, but that is just the enemy summoner sitting there. I should have been shooting that for a bit longer. And I'm going to get run into by this Tigre because he is tunnel visioned in his scope. Nope, he's actually seen me at the last moment. But oh well. Summoner's down. I have friends on that flank. Yep, there is indeed a P-26 up.
Destroy the target.
Bersaglio agganciato e monitorato.
Air 050, 1,000 meters.
Really wish I had HVT right now, but I don't. That's a K2. I really do not want to fight a K2. So let's book it out of here. Or at least try and book it out of here.
Bersaglio agganciato.
Timone a babordo. Timone a tribordo.
That Tigre is gonna get bombed and I already know it. No, he's going over the mountain.
Somebody attack him.
Victory will be all. Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Motori avanti tutta.
And a summoner slapped him out of the sky, which is also acceptable. Okay, I think friendlies are going to be able to capture the A point, but long before I get there. There's something behind me. The K2. The thing is, I can't deal with the K2. I genuinely can't. I have no explosive armor whatsoever to deal with it. And the thing is, he's going to capture C right behind us. There's nothing we're going to be able to do about it. Not sure. I've read a comment that it has an HEVT shell of some sort. We'd expect a modern-ish gun like that to have HEVT. Oh boy, there goes one of my turrets. I'm already down to 28%. Oh, lovely. And there's... I just can't pan that thing.
Motori a massima velocità.
There goes some more damage. And there I go. And a second later, there goes the K2. Let's see if there's something we can sink with an aircraft.
A tutto l'equipaggio, abbandonare la nave.
That's a scary amount of anti-air guns.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
I think that's French, which can actually carry quite a few anti-air guns as well. Yeah, that's a lot of targets with anti-air. Although they're shooting a patrol ship. What is that? That looks like a Clemson to me. It is a Clemson. That might actually be my best target. I kind of want to bomb those things because they're distracted by the patrol ship their anti-air is. So, ooh boy, the second one isn't though. I think he also realized that there's an aircraft approaching, but we'll be in time. Bomb away. And target destroyed. And now we just fly away. Oop, and there goes my tail. I think I actually managed to overachieve my pilots, didn't I? Still, we got a ship sunk with a bomb, even though it wasn't AI. So I know there's now a summoner over near the sea point, so I really don't want to approach it.
Posti di combattimento, nemico avvistato.
Let's see if we can deal with a Clemson at this range.
Take him down.
doing meaningful damage. And it should be a ship sunk soon. If you could hit it a bit more. And there I go. Let's empty the barrels so we can reload. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all, but his wing is already shot off. And down he goes. Still have something on the radar very close, but I think it's just a wreck of the P-51.
Bersaglio individuato. Fighter.
There is still something else, but I'm not sure what it is. No, no, it's gone now.
Timone a tribordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a tribordo. Caccia torpediniere. 360. 5000 metri.
Not a bad match again. This, yeah. I have been getting a lot of very good maps for this vessel.
Comunicare la vittoria al quartier generale.
Okay, there we go. Called FPE. And let's get parts next and then VT afterwards. Yeah, as I was saying, these boosters, I've got these from tournaments. Last 10 matches and do not expire. Very useful. Yeah, I think I'll make a video on tournaments somewhere in the coming week. The thing is, I'm actually not that familiar with how exactly you make a team and like participate in tournaments, because I was not the team leader of my little tournament team. It was somebody else. All I did was just show up on time. There is an eventual goal to review every single ship in game, but that's gonna take a while. Also, my criteria for reviewing a ship is 1, it has to be a tactory ship. Event ships can kind of get an exception every now and then, but I haven't done one yet, I think. So it has to be a tactory ship, and it has to be spaded. If I haven't spaded my ship yet, I do not believe that I have enough experience in it to actually know it. But it is a goal to eventually review every single ship in game. Which I have my work cut out for me, that's for sure.
Motori a massima velocità. Timone, virare tutto a babordo.
Tutto a babordo. Sì, signore. Allerta collisione.
Timone, a mezza nave.
Timone a mezza nave.
That's also something I really need to... Because I have a fixed... Let me do... There we go. I have a fixed formula for doing ship reviews. It still takes some time to actually make these videos.
Virare a tribordo.
Timone a babordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a babordo.
There is always the... so first I have to spade the ship, but that's just playing the game.
9000 metri.
Then to
Posti di combattimento.
form an opinion for the review, that takes an hour, I'd say. Recording the voice takes an hour again as well, if I do it in one take. Gathering the footage takes me 3. I'd liberally 3 hours. Doing the editing does 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4. So I think like per 20 minutes video, so to speak, I have to do a full working day of just
Attack the C-point!
work, so to say. I don't really want to call it work because it is a hobby. But a lot of time crawls into those reviews. And my chronic procrastination doesn't help it either. So to a certain extent, these streams are kind of supposed to be like intermediates between my actual full proper reviews and just having nothing.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Caccia torpediniere. 300. 10.000 metri.
Akazuki, okay. A full match? Okay, that's not something you see that often at this time of day.
Collisione.
Although we are on the US servers, so it does help. No familiar names though.
Timone a babordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a babordo.
Take him down!
Bersaglio individuato.
A Köln, okay, that is not good.
We are losing.
Ouch, there goes my rear turret.
5.000 metri.
Bersaglio individuato. Caccia torpediniere. Bersaglio individuato.
There goes the LS3. There's a second LS3.
Controllo dei danni alle
There goes that one as well.
Bersaglio individuato. Caccia torpediniere.
That is a very convenient naming thing, isn't that?
The Allied forces have captured a zone.
Ce l'abbiamo fatta!
Okay, let's not think about it too much. For the same part, it could just be siblings playing on the. Though one is, no, one is a console account, the other one's a.
Allied forces
Something's off about that, isn't it?
Caccia torpediniere.
Are they more than in Squad 4? No, there isn't.
4.000 metri.
Timone a tribordo.
Oh well.
Sì, signore. Virare a tribordo. Caccia torpediniere.
Is there another LS3 again? There is.
Timone. Virare tutto a tribordo.
Tutto a babordo. Sì, signore.
Timone. Mezza nave.
Timone a mezza nave. Sì, signore.
Controllo dei danni per riparazione delle parti. Vuotare
Gonna
gli
cut
scompartimenti
the
allagati.
toe
Bersaglio individuato. Barca.
because I can't see anything through the front smoke of my tugboat.
Attack the enemy.
Caccia torpediniere.
And now we wait.
300. 2.000 metri.
I saw a K2 again for a split second,
Individuato. Caccia torpediniere.
so let's hope we don't see the K2 again. A Moffat is also not a great thing to see.
Nemico colpito.
Attack the enemy!
Il nemico si inclina.
Shooting too low.
Well done!
Something shooting from in front.
Launching an attack!
Motori tutto a poppa. Controllo dei danni alle squadre antincendio. Controllo dei
Oh, okay. Harikaze.
Somebody attack him!
riparare le parti. Iniziare il controllo dei danni.
I'm gonna be really annoying to my squadmate for a second. Because I think I'm blocking into him. Yep. Okay, Harikaze got sunk. That's a German destroyer.
Tutto a tribordo.
I think it's Z-15 by the amount of 37s being fired at us.
Timone,
Okay, rear gun finally got into the action.
motori, arresto totale.
And that's a Leopard.
Individuato.
That's a Köln. I don't like seeing Kölns. Pissing it off probably isn't a good idea either, but it needs to get sunk sometime. Okay, well, I'm just showing broadside to the spawn and I don't like it. I also don't like losing my turrets.
Taglio individuato. Marcio col feriniere.
Keep it up, and victory will be ours.
Could I detonate his torpedoes if he's actually carrying torpedoes?
Allerta collisione!
Or I could just mess with his crew compartments, I guess. There's another turret knocked out, and there I go. Although that Lubeck isn't doing too well either.
Tutto l'equipaggio, abbandonare la nave.
Do I want to spawn into... You know what, let's spawn an aircraft first.
Tutto l'equipaggio, abbandonare.
And observe the battlefield from above. Or we spawn into another Albatros. Yeah, that destroyer spawn is getting busy. Nobody really out here defending the A point. I think there's better arcs of fire onto the A point than there is onto there. There's more fire directed there in the south spawn here. So let's see what we can do. That, I think, is a Leopard, the German reserve, and one of these is a G-class. I do not know what the other two are. I think that's sunk. 4 guns, that might probably be the G-class. I think that's a Leopard, that's a G-class, and I think that's another Leopard, I'm not sure. Kinda looks like a Leopard to me. What is that? Oh, actually, is that Japanese? That does look like Japanese. Oh yeah, that might be... Well, let's see when we bomb it. But that does look distinctly like an Ayanami, or any kind of Japanese torpedo destroyer. Please do not hit me. And bomb away. And that's an engine fire.
Thank you very much!
Bomb did no significant damage, I think, although that fired his torpedo tubes, I guess. It's a G-class and a T-22. Those are all ships I can deal with the Albatros, technically. Won't be an easy fight, but I can deal with them. So there is a... Yeah, I know this is done. It's an Ayanami, T-22 and a G-class down south, and yeah, by the time I get anywhere near them, match will be over. G-class has been sunk, so just T-22 and Ayanami. T-22 got detonated, so it's just Ayanami. But yeah, the game's gonna be over.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
Bersaglio individuato. Aerofluorante.
Swordfish, okay.
11.000 metri. Bersaglio localizzato.
Timone a babordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a babordo.
I think I'll just enjoy the view from now on for the rest of this match.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Cacciatorpediniere. 300. 7.000 metri. Bersaglio agganciato e monitorato.
That looks like severe damage to the swordfish. And game's over.
Missione completata. Tornare alla base.
And I almost have parts. Should I spend the remaining G to actually get parts? Oh look, it's just 10, perfect. Then I no longer have any G to look at. Then it'll be VT next. You know, it could have been worse. I've been having good maps and decent matchmaking. I haven't really been sinking a lot of player ships, but I've been sinking a lot of AI Clemsons, which are always fine bait. But the stock grind hasn't been too bad. It is slow, but that's kind of a problem of all frigates. It's just slow to grind the modules. I've played... When I start playing... So this one here. This is 5 battles, and I've GE'd, like... In 5 battles, I unlocked the second HE shell and FP. And I was about to unlock damage control. I think... I have actually apparently played this ship before, but apparently with lesser effect. I've already played 10 battles, so 5 battles before the stream. How that's possible that I've played 5 battles in it and only had like 1000 RP into the first HE shell, I don't know. But it's been treating me alright. This might be rough. I think if I can, actually, yeah, if I can make it to the island cover, I might be alright.
Mettere in sicurezza la nave per salpare. Motori a massima velocità. Tutto a babordo.
Tutto a babordo. Sì,
It does look like a down... Ooh.
A mezza nave.
Are these
Sì, signore.
the rare alphabet bots again?
4-0. 5.000 metri.
Posti di combattimento.
Who wants to bet that that'll be a... not a Frunze, the premium one. The Kirch. If it isn't the Kirch, I'd be surprised.
Bersaglio individuato. Cacciatorpediniere.
4-0.
Yeah, this is going to be rough. I need to get to the island in ASAP, but I'm going to get rammed by a Clemson. Nope, a Frunze, because... Yeah, I need... You know what? I'm going to slow down, because I want to get behind these people.
Thank you very much.
It's called... No, look at that! The Kirch! Who would have guessed? Both of us go... Make some scary noises on the hull, but not too much damage received yet. Will not repair the gun. We are not yet in combat. We are heading towards cover.
Controllo dei danni per riparazione delle parti.
Engines are still all fully functional
Compartimenti alla nave.
for now.
Tribordo.
This is a bit of a cluster, isn't it? But yeah, this is a Kirch. This is most certainly a bot. And how do you know? First of all, it's a Kurch. It has Scrabble for a username. That's why we call it the alphabet bots, because it's just a random assortment of letters and numbers. Then you go right click, you go player card. Oh, it's a level 6. Oh, they've only played Russia. Oh, they've only played the Kurch. This is a bot. This is 100% a bot. So what you do is you right click, you go to complain, bot, automation of gameplay, highly suspicious in-game behavior, and player card. So we do that. And who wants to bet that this guy will have the exact same type of player card? Level 6, only played Russia. And oh look, they only played the Kurch. This is also a bot. You might think I'm jumping to conclusions a bit quick, but believe me, I've seen enough of them to know that they're bots. Highly suspicious in-game behavior and player card. There we go. And that's our job done. Another thing that makes him really suspicious is them joining in on a match really late. It's... You could genuinely argue that it might just be a new player to Naval, who has really bad loading times. But believe me, I have seen enough of them to know that those are bots. See, where is our Kurch? Right there. They actually stay... The bots actually tend to stay kind of to the rear. Those alphabet bots. So you can't really use them as meat shields. You need to go to the left of this island. Please be aware to not push me. That's a drache. Yeah, I can see that sentiment. Oh look, the Kurch bot. I have absolutely no mercy for pushing a Kurch bot aside. And I'll attach the tow. Why you smoke? Why you smoke? I can't see any. I can't see the rear of your ship if you're smoking. There we go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Stock, the top speed is 33.
Take him down.
Which is painfully slow. I'm gonna cut the tow again just because to get my guns on target. Yeah, the stock shell is indeed surprisingly okay. It is still HE only, it is still subpar, but it is surprisingly okay at dealing with the unarmored destroyers. And I'm the one side of that. Now Harukaze. One there for you. Something that destroyed my turret. Where the hell did that Matsuki come from? It's an Optni, okay. He's sinking now. I got the kill because I stole it. think this is called securing kills in the business. So it's what we do. Yeah, fighting a Harukaze on equal footing? I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I should be shooting the turrets. Thank you, but I'm already sinking. So we slow to a halt to try and prolong our flooding as much as possible. Where's that thing? Oh, hello. But of course my front gun can't shoot it.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Come on. It's just in the dead zone of my front turret. And by the time I can get my ship turned around, he'll be... yeah, he'll be out of there. Come on, come on, come on. Just one hit, just one hit. Nope. Well, Nord, you're about to get bombed by a P1Y1. I wish you good luck.
We don't have the advantage anymore.
There's a destroyer there. Oh boy.
Posti di combattimento. Nemico avvistato. Punto a tribordo. Bersaglio individuato. Caccia torpediniere. Timone. Mezza nave.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win. Attack the enemy!
I have a really hard time seeing where my shells are actually landing. But I'm hitting the engines at least. There we go, he should be sinking. We do need to actually finish him off so he can't do too much damage to me. So we'll try and shoot the turrets if we can hit it. Kill assist is fine. Okay, there's something over there.
Destroy the target.
The dead zone to the front is really annoying. It's only now that I've noticed it, but it is really annoying. Kill assist. That is the enemy botting perch, I believe. Run himself aground.
Motori. Arresto totale.
If only this clips were a little bit bigger.
Mezza nave.
Okay, that's good. And this should be a kill for me. A bit of luck. There we go. What else is shooting me? That Frunz is.
Got to counterattack.
I really wish I wouldn't lose that rear turret. Why is there something right there? Why is there a Vega over there? I'll ignore that for the time being, because I simply cannot deal with a Vega right now. There's also not much time left in a match, so I'd rather spend it trying to deal with stuff I can kill quicker. Although I get the feeling the Vega wants me dead. Friends are dead. I really don't want to deal with a Vega. What was that? Don't know, and I'm not gonna think about it.
Bersaglio agganciato e monitorato!
Controllo dei danni per riparazione delle parti. Nuotare.
Oh, is there another bot Gurge? Oh look, level 6, only played the Gurge. There is indeed another bot Gurge. Which one was it? Actually, okay, that one is a normal one. That's a normal one. This is a bot Gurge. So let's go to complain. Highly suspicious. Username. In-game behavior. And player card. There we go. And I guess I'll spawn an Impetuoso.
Tutto l'equipaggio. Abbandonare la nave.
Well, the original purpose, for as far as we know from the alphabet bots, was trying to farm referral links.
Posti di combattimento.
Because you used to get the full GE prize together by getting into rank 5 blue water vessels, and the Russian tree was one of the quicker ways to get into rank 5. So for as far as me and my friends have determined, the alphabet bots, as we nicknamed them, are there to farm referral links. The invite links, not referral links. Well, same thing really. You'll find alphabet bots in Kerch, in Tashkent, in I think Spokojny as well, but those are rare. And Sverdlov? It wasn't Cheleshnikov, it was Chapayev, maybe? One of the Russian light cruisers. It was only like those 4 ships you would ever see them in, and nothing else. There's something to see. It's the Vega again.
The enemy is controlling most of the zones.
Something like that. It's more than 250 actually. Like the invite links are really good bonuses if you can manage to convince somebody to use it. But they actually do provide really, really neat little bonuses. I think let me see what the invite links are again. What you get from them. 3,000, that's it, really? There it is, invite friend. So it's having 2-factor. Oh yeah, so you still need 2-factor. The thing is, I think, and of course, in terms of 2-factor, I think that the alphabet bots are also very old, like bots. They might just be still running for some reason. People who don't know that actually don't work anymore. I don't think they sell the account now. And maybe the one they're farming the invite links on, maybe. I don't know. But the alphabet bots, at some point they were quite dangerous, but now they're not anymore. They're a sign of a bygone era, really. But yeah, the thing is, for the people, like getting a friend to play this game and getting these rewards are actually quite significant. Although they have to play the game for quite a while. But by the time you realize you can do that, all of the friends who would play War Thunder to that extent already probably do. But anyways, let's continue. I'm not actually sure if you see YouTubers putting that underneath their videos, those invite links. You probably... People who get sponsored to do War Thunder probably do. But I don't think the actual big content creators do. You know, any player can make those invite links. I mean, there's a few. Commander Teriel was in this chat earlier. He's a, I think he's an official CC as well. You managed to pull that off. Ah, yeah, they do different things. But like the big, no, the one, I'd say rather big War Thunder content creator that doesn't mainly play naval but does make naval videos is Dollar Plays. He makes naval videos. Always great stuff to see him make naval videos. Because he is also, I'd say, one of the few content creators that are not like naval mains that actually does also have a pretty good grasp of naval. Which is always nice to see. He is also incredibly based for wanting to see the B-65 in game. Ideally, I want to get to like around there. But it won't. But the dollar is fun. That was a direct impact on my rear turret. Always love to see it. Yeah, I know. Fiji has been the bane of hydrofoils before, so they made the spawns deeper. Also, you don't have your toe hook enabled. Ah. Oh well. Let's actually suffer in this thing and see how slow it is. What is my biggest threat right now? I think it is a G-Class. You know, I think that that new Russian hydrofoil is just deeper than the other hydrofoils we already have, so this doesn't work on Fiji. Which, it's funny to see that happen again. Funny, it's not funny, but you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. Exactly. It's the... yeah. Ouch, my gun. Oh, Takibi's on our team now. And great luck. Oh, who's imagining number? It's kind of shocking to all of a sudden see him match, like squatted up with an R1P member. That imaginary number is a familiar name, but I forgot who it is. Also, don't worry about towing me anymore, Nord. Don't worry. I know, our R1P is Teriel's squadron. Just a bit surprised to see Takibi there. Squatted up with him. Unless you're meaning that Takibi is also in Teriel's server. And this is why I don't just blindly keep going forward into an enemy spawn. Because now I've practically sunk this German destroyer. I have received a fair bit of damage for it. But yeah. Isuzu, oh boy.
Timone a tribordo!
Sì, signore! Direi a tribordo! Abbiamo subito dati.
Controllo dei danni alle postazioni.
I mean, yeah, any HE is for taking out open gunmans. You know, the more I'm playing HE only ships, the more I'm coming to the conclusion that yes, HE only is not meta. You'll kill ships way quicker with SAP. But it's not like you cannot sink ships with just HE.
Per riparazione delle parti. Vuotare gli scompartimenti allagati.
Thank you.
You just need to aim for different things with HE than with SAP. That Isis is going to be a real pain to deal with.
Bersaglio individuato. Incrociatore leggero.
Posto 340, 4000 metri.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Well, I think it's time to deal with this Vega first. And there goes my rear turret, just about as it was going to get on target.
Motori tutto a poppa.
The Vega is an incredibly good reserve destroyer. And also, the HMS Vega is one of the ships I recommend to people who want to like try out Naval, just to see if they'd like it. It is that solid a reserve destroyer. Yep. The fact that both turrets are 360, that you don't have to worry about how torpedoes work. And the fact that it actually has decent NTR as well. All good stuff. My HE is able to deal with destroyers, but I'm not going to be able to deal with Nisazu.
A tribordo.
Like at all. But let's see if it's actually the truth or not.
Bersaglio individuato. Incrociatore leggero. Motori
There's another Vega pushing up.
controllo dei danni alle postazioni.
Il nemico si inclina e perde velocità.
I'm not in a good position either to really effectively use cover and like isolate enemy ships.
3000 metri. Dati critici. La parte danneggiata sta piccendo. Colpo diretto. Tutto a bordo.
It is at this point I really wish I had a torpedo because that Isuzu is getting really close.
Postazione di riparazione. Abbiamo
Heck, actually, if I had the Hedgehogs, I'd probably be able to use it against the Isuzu. With how close it's getting.
Timone a babordo.
Sì, signore. Girare a babordo. Caccia torpediniere.
Also, if that Isuzu at any point switches to his 25s, he'd murder me.
Motori tutto a poppa.
Nemico colpito.
Just deal as much damage as I possibly can.
Caccia torpediniere. 230.
Luckily, these Japanese cruisers do have quite a few crew compartments that are high in the ship, above the belt.
Tutto a bordo.
Trying to find that last one in the rear is a bit more difficult.
Timone, terza nave.
And I think down goes Isuzu.
Postazione in riparazione. Abbiamo subito danni critici. Caccia torpedini.
Yep, Isuzu's sinking.
Bussola. 340.
So now we have another Vega who just got bombed. Perfect. Wounded targets are always nice to deal with. And that Isuzu should not have lost that fight.
Protect the enemy.
If I was in that Isuzu in that situation, this Albatros would have been dead. So I'm gonna put it up to luck that I managed to sink him.
Nemico colpito.
The bomb might actually... yeah, bomb fully sunk him. Yes, the Isuzu. There you can see its rack almost sinking. Yeah, but he lost. Mainly because he didn't shoot me. And he was within like 1.5 kilometers and never opened up over the 25s. Which is a sin.
A sinistra.
Using the 25s on this thing is one of the most fun things.
Bersaglio localizzato.
Bersaglio individuato. Aeromobile battaglia.
Really funny as a direct hit? Nope, he sees a stream, thinks it's VT and just dodge. It's a BF 110 as well. I don't know why these Bofors are so quiet.
Timone a mezza nave. Abbiamo perso l'agganciamento del bersaglio.
Akazuki, okay.
Attack this decoy.
Motori indietro.
Abbiamo subito danni critici. Il nemico si inclina. Effetti velocità. Bersaglio colpito.
I don't really know why I'm picking a fight with one of the better HE slingers in game when I only have 19% crew left. But a fight's a fight, I guess.
Attack the enemy.
Kazuki, please don't tunnel vision on the Alwyn and shoot what is killing you. This is hurting me as a Japanese main. Please. Oh my god, really? Really? That is disgusting.
Tirare tutto a tribordo.
Tutto a bordo. Sì, signore.
You shouldn't even... Oh god, just...
Timone a mezza nave.
I don't know how to describe how bad it is, because
Massima velocità.
the two of us should not have survived that fight. I was a competent player. All the Akazuki had to do was shoot me like twice and I'd be dead. And the Alwyn got sunk. So he won the gunfight against the Alwyn, but completely ignored me. Well, I guess it's not a good trade, really. No. I was about to say it was a worthwhile trade, one destroyer for the other, but one's a 4.0 destroyer, the other one's a 4.7.
Postazione di riparazione. Abbiamo subito danni critici.
Yeah.
Timone,
The Akazuki should not have been sunk in that battle.
timone Timone a babordo.
You bought... that's a suspicious name. Not suspicious stat card, though, luckily. Actually, that was the arcade.
La parte danneggiata sta per cedere.
Yeah, that's fine. Always double check any name that kind of seems a bit off. Because there used to be botters in Yobari as well, although... That is two Clemsons, they just, like, died side by side.
3, 2, 0.
Impressive.
2000 metri. Postazione di riparazione. Abbiamo subito danni critici.
I will say though, if you have suspicions that somebody is a bot, but you're not entirely sure, it's better off not reporting them. Unless you're really certain that they're bots. Look, one salvo is all it took for the Akazuki to sink me. One. Actually, that was a different Akazuki.
Scialuppe di salvataggio. Abbandonare la nave. A tutto l'equipaggio. Abbandonare la nave.
That seems like a Kako. I have my suspicions that the guy that spawned Isuzu and Akazuki was going to spawn a Kako next. And that seems like a big cruiser, so I'm going to deal with that next. Yeah, a bit off. With around about that area. But yeah, I'm gonna... What actually is that? Because I really hope it isn't another Isuzu. But I think it's a Kako. Seems B-25 has some eyes for it as well. Actually, I think he just bombed the Leopard. That is 100% a Kako. Why am I not taking any fire from the Akazuki? I'm definitely within its range. Oh, there we go. I go to 13 twos from the Kako. Really? Oh. Those AI ships, man. They have the most cracked gunners in game. Pilot sniped by Clemson of all things.
Incrociatore pesante. 300. 6000 metri.
Posti di combattimento. Nemico avvistato. Tutto a babordo.
It always happens to me. At the last moment. There goes my squad mate, the exact same Clemson.
Timone a mezza nave.
Colpo diretto.
Fire!
Colpo diretto.
Now the tracer are coming from behind. Yep.
Victory is close.
Okay.
Diretto. Nave nemica in fiamme. Sì, signore. Virare a babordo.
Timone a babordo. Timone a tribordo.
Sì, signore. Virare a tribordo.
And it is indeed a Kako. It would have been a really good bomb as well, but no well.
Bussola. 300.
The naval AI claim another aircraft.
Bersaglio agganciato.
Bersaglio individuato.
Why did I go to the side where the Kako was going?
280. 9000 metri.
Why did I not stop and think, maybe I shouldn't go to the same side of the map where there's a heavy cruiser? Yeah, down to 39%. Going Okay, never mind. Heavy cruiser dead, and game's over. I was about to say, going bow in that situation is actually the worst thing you could do. And I'll show you in the hangar why that is a bad thing to do. Okay, got the VT. Yes, it is the first ship with 8-inch guns. But I'll show you why it's a bad idea to go bow into it. Because you see, that thing was 4. Actually, let's go to protection analysis. Let's say, so we're taking Japan, we're taking Blue Water, we're taking a rank 3. This is a rank 3. We'll take the AP shells, and let's say it was 4 kilometers away. And I go bow in against it. Can you see why it's a bad idea to go bow in against heavy guns if you do not have armor? That shell went all the way through to my engines. I think let's go even lower. And the worst part as well is because you're going bow in, you're giving the shell enough space to actually arm, fuse, and detonate. So if you're facing extremely heavy guns that you do not have the armor to deal with, just go broadside. Because the shell will just pass through you. That is why, in some cases, if you're in a cruiser, for example, fighting battleships, you do not want to go bow in against battleships. Of course, going broadside is also not ideal because that gives them ample opportunities to go into the ammo rack. But yeah. Do not go bow in against heavy guns if you don't have the armor to deal with it. I think the next match will be the last for tonight, but yeah. It's weird, because angling... In general, angling doesn't work like the way it does in World of Warships. It works best for battleships because they have actual armor, and some cruisers are actually resistant to other cruiser fire as well. But angling in destroyers is... It really depends. It depends on the situation you're in, when you should angle and how you should angle. Because against peers, let's say you're a destroyer fighting another destroyer, they don't have the shell capability to go all the way through your ship. So then if you're in a situation where you cannot deal with the enemy firepower, going bow in is actually a good idea, as long as their firepower doesn't go clean through your ship. Because it'll limit the amount of segments they can destroy. It's weird. In general, you always want to get hard cover. Just get to hard cover, don't even try and just tank fire, because it won't end well usually. And that's sometimes a bit of a confusing thing, I think, for World of Warships players. Because they have very specific, oh yeah, this kind of armor plate, like this thickness steel hull will automatically ricochet these kind of shells when going bow in. But oh, these specific calibers will automatically overpen that hull plating. That isn't really a thing in War Thunder. Like the normal structural steel hull plating on most ships is not thick enough to stop any shells from peers. Like if you were to, let's say, be the American light cruiser Brooklyn, going bow in against a Japanese heavy cruiser, the Japanese heavy cruiser will go straight through the nose of a Brooklyn with no problem. I forgot to take any VT with me, didn't I? Yep. So let's take a few less of this one and then take some VT. That should be fine for the next spawn.
Il nemico si inclina e perde velocità.
Look, in this example, that Clemson is actually somewhat angled. I'm shooting at him with HE and I'm still murdering it.
Nemico colpito.
I'm aiming... If you're noticing me aiming high, it's because I'm firing HE only, and it's a different way of shooting at enemies with HE only. You want to shoot their superstructure and their crew compartments just on top of the hull. Although the Clemson isn't actually tough enough to resist the HE. The German Albatros doesn't have a clip. It has a ready rack though. I'll, you know what, this is going to be the last battle of the stream anyways, because it is getting late and it's still hot. I'll showcase what the German Albatros is like.
Timone a babordo.
Sì, signore, levare a babordo.
I also need to put my Belgian flag on the ship. I've forgotten about it. Got a feeling the Clemson isn't very happy about us. So we show broadside to unleash both guns. Okay, there being two of them is a bit lost here. Losing the gun was also suboptimal. So we shoot the engines. The Iron Army will be dealt with later. And the two of us are absolutely murdering the Clemson. In short bursts at least. Repair his engines. Quick assist. And now the Iron Army is next.
Il nemico si inclina e perde velocità.
Iron Army took out my squad mate, and now the only one left is me, and I'm not that healthy in my ship anymore. There's a gun, that's also not good. Because getting half the firepower is never a good thing. He immediately repaired his engines, that is a no-go when you're in a gun duel. Because on destroyers, the engines are the largest and one of the most vulnerable parts of a destroyer. You never want to repair them in the middle of a gun duel. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, the fact that there's an aircraft approaching is forcing me to turn to the right if I want to use my anti-air gun. Which isn't the worst thing, because I can just make a full loop. Actually, I could just go for C instead of going to B. But I think... Is he aware of my actual dead zone for the anti-air guns? And here's where having VT equipped would be very nice. No bombs. No bombs on the plane. And direct hit with HE is always satisfying. Now we just make our way over to the sea point. Rask. That's a good call out. no, they're not that strong. Taking a plane with no explosive ordnance on it at all. Trying to... You're not going to strafe an Albatros to... Actually... If that Corsair got close enough to actually take out my turret and bridge, he might have sank me, looking at how much crew I have remaining.
Il nemico si inclina e perde velocità.
And that French destroyer is sinking.
3-2-0. 2000 metri.
And a new challenger approaches, Matsuki.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
Does this thing have enough punch to actually detonate a Matsuki? Let's find out. It does.
Il nemico si inclina e perde velocità. Nave nemica affondata. Allerta collisione. Dati critici. La parte danneggiata sta peggiorando.
The Allied forces have captured a zone.
Timone, a mezza nave.
Timone a mezza nave. Sì, signore.
And let's see what we can do against that French destroyer again.
Girare a babordo.
Controllo dei danni alle postazioni. Motori, arresto totale.
Postazione in riparazione. Abbiamo
Allied forces have captured a zone. Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Il nemico si inclina e perde velocità.
You know, the more I'm playing this ship, the more I'm actually kind of liking it. The firepower is okay for dealing with these low BR destroyers. But I get a sneaking suspicion that the only reason I'm having a decent time in this ship is because I'm fighting people who are newer to Naval, whilst I'm quite experienced. Because the few times I have faced competent opponents, like Takibi and Ashara, and their frigates, I had a lot harder time actually performing well.
Nemico colpito. Il nemico si inclina e perde velocità. Varca.
And there goes that French destroyer again. And the match as well, by the looks of it. Yep. And of course I got that last kill after the match was over.
Comunicare la vittoria al quartier generale.
So, and with that now over and this stream also over, my thoughts on the Albatros and then of course the next event vehicle Alcione, is that it's an actually okay ship, especially in the hands of an experienced naval player. I don't think it'll be a ship... If it's your first top-tier coastal experience, you are not going to like top-tier coastal. If you already have a bit of an experience with frigates, if you're, you know, aware how to play with weaknesses on your ship and knowing full well that you are not a frontline fighter, that you do not have the speed to get to objectives, that you do not have the survivability to really deal with a 1v1 engagement. Because that's genuinely where this ship struggles. But the firepower is a lot better than I thought it would be. But yeah, with that, I'm going to leave it at that for tonight, and I thank you all for watching, despite the horrendous internet connection I've been having tonight. Well, yeah, I'll get to working on making a video about naval tournaments, as well as some other videos I want to work on. And next week, praying that the internet connection will be stable, I will have Scharnhorst, and I can guarantee you that I will have Scharnhorst and I will be playing it next week. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you